Hey guys, how are we doing? It is raining and I am under this kind of like shelter thing that I thought was waterproof, but it turns out it's not, because there's a drip point there and one right above my head. So you can laugh at me every time water falls on me, but it's fine. I have a woolly hat, I'm covered, we're good. So this is obviously a little bit different. There's no wild here. I'm sat on a sofa outside in the garden. The garden's not very big, you can probably hear the road behind it, so I apologise about the traffic noise. But I've been lying here for the last week, in the rain, in the sun, very unwell. I've had another bout of this flu-y, coldy thing that's just completely floored me. And I've been struggling with it sort of since Christmas time, when I actually ended up in hospital with it. And I've never been to hospital before, so that was a very interesting affair. And right now I'm feeling so much better in myself, even though it's in my chest. But I'm struggling not to cough. I have a cough suite right now, so I hope you can bear with that. But I think this just goes to show we're getting homely now, you know? I mean, with this whole Monday upload thing, let's just have a chat. Grab your coffee, grab a seat, let's talk about 2018. Sometimes I'm such a child. Can you see the face on this tree? There's its mouth, and its eye, and it's like very bushy eyebrows. Whilst I've been lying here, I kind of been thinking about my goals for the year. What's my vision? What do I want to achieve? What can I achieve? And this is basically what I want to do, is have a chat with you about that. And last week was a very significant week because I reached 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yes, I was absolutely stoked, over the moon, completely, I don't know what the word is, just mind blown, ecstatic. Is that a word? Ecstatic? Or was that? To have such an amazing group of people supporting, encouraging, watching my videos, and I just want to say thank you. I'm making people smile, and that just makes me the happiest person on the planet. This is what life is about. Spontaneous adventure and just living. And look what I get to cycle into. So this really is giving you a bit of information about what my vision is for 2018, what you can expect as a follower, as a subscriber, and the different things you can actually get involved with. Because for me, this is not just about producing content for an online audience, it's about giving you opportunities to spend more time in the wild. So we'll get onto that in a minute. Now, I'm well aware it's April, we're 4 months into 2018, and most people have kind of done this video in January time, but spontaneity is how I work. But actually I thought this was a good opportunity to talk about things that I have actually achieved this year so far, what it's looked like, and obviously what it's going to look like as well. January, let's kick it off there, kind of a good place to start. I finally finished my edit for the Morocco film, The Journey to the Heart of the Atlas Mountains. So in February last year, 2017, I journeyed to Morocco and I climbed Jebel Tobacco, which is the highest mountain in northern Africa, and it was an incredible experience. It was really challenging. I really grew through that, and you can follow my journey in that documentary, which is now online on my channel, so do check that out if you missed it. Also in January, I basically started this thing where I'm now uploading videos every Monday, and I'm absolutely loving it. First of all, it is a challenge because I need to think, right, what am I going to upload this week? But also, it's amazing because it's opened so many doors with creativity. I'm looking at producing, gear reviews, whether it's rucksacks and jackets and boots and outdoor technology and tents, whatever it is. I'm reviewing it. I'm doing day walks, so giving you guys ideas in ways that you can get outside and explore the wilder areas or the more beautiful areas of the UK. And then I'm focusing on my feature-length films as well, so journeying along long-distance routes in the UK and helping you guys be able to do that yourself. What do you need to pack? What do you need to prepare? And what's the walk actually like? What makes it significant? What makes it a designated trail? So I'm producing those as well. So for those of you that follow me just on YouTube, you miss out on the various updates that I put on Facebook. I really push to create content every single day on social media, kind of just to keep it engaged, but also so you guys know what I'm up to. And I know that's challenging if you don't have Facebook. And honestly, I schedule most of the stuff, so I'm really not on there that often. But it's just a great opportunity to stay up to date. So if you don't follow me on Facebook, do have a look at Song Thrush Productions, and you can just click follow or like or whatever it is and get all those updates. But if you missed it, I completed my Expedition Skills module. So that's basically another qualification under the Mountain Leadership Award Scheme. So you've got the Hill and Moorland leadership, which I have. I completed that in November last year. Then you've got the expedition skills, and then you've got another one. Now I'm going to leave that blank for a minute. We'll come back to that. Now another personal highlight for this year was I produced a film called Spend More Time in the Wild. And this was actually created for the BMC, the British Mountaineering Council. They held a competition, Women in Adventure, and I wanted to produce a 4-minute film talking about my battle or struggle, I don't really know what the word is, my journey with mental health and how that's led to me doing what I do, which is this. So the film's called Spend More Time in the Wild. It's 4 minutes long. As I say, it's not on my channel, it's actually on the BMC, the British Mountaineering channel, so you can check it out. Although I have linked it up under the adventure travel playlist on my channel, so if you have not seen it, please watch it, because whilst it did not win the BMC competition, it did win the Wild Film Fest competition. They had an adventure category, and I just feel completely honoured to have achieved that, to have won this little thing, which I love. It's got a red deer on the back, which is just awesome. But for me, it's not about winning anything that matters, it's about having the opportunity to get the message out there that basically spending more time in the wild can and does help with mental and physical health, and that's exactly why I get out, because it helps me with my mental health. But if you just want to know more about me and what I do, then definitely check out that video. But as I say, winning that award was just amazing. I was so thankful for the opportunity to be able to take part, so do have a look. So with regards to things that I feel are quite significant, that's kind of most of it. I mean, I've written some different blogs for Project Happiness, which I think have like 10 million followers or something bananas like that, which is just an absolute privilege, again, to talk about mental health, physical health, people facing setbacks, to give some encouragement and guidance on how to get outside when you're struggling with things. So I just really hope to do more and more stuff like that. And then I've also held 2 guided walks so far this year. One was up on Exmoor, or actually down on Exmoor. We followed the East Lynn River to Linton and Lynmouth, and the other one was up on the Quantock Hills, which is a local ARNB, an area of outstanding natural beauty, kind of near to my home in Somerset. And that was an awesome walk. It was really, really rainy, but it was a great experience. But more on guided walks in a minute. Let's get on to the goals for 2018.
This is like, dude, just chilling out there on my roll mat. Oh man. Ah! Oh, I don't like spiders in my tent.
It's really important to me that the goals that I have are things that I'm passionate about, things that set my soul on fire and give me a sense of purpose that make me want to get out of bed in the morning. So there's really not that many goals, but they're all things that I'm very passionate about. And equally, I've given myself permission to be like, if I don't achieve this year, it's okay. You know, they're things that I'd like to do them this year. But if it doesn't happen because of, you know, X, Y, or Z, that's okay. We can just move them to the next year. So whilst they are time-bound, they are not time-bound in the same time, because I can move them to next year if I need to. So the first thing for this year then is my mountain leader qualification. Some of you will be like, oh, that's a big deal. And some of you will be like, what on earth is that? But basically, I mentioned earlier that I've done my hill and moorland qualification, so I'm officially a qualified guide for that. I've done my expedition skills, and the next level up on the Mountain Leader Training Association thing, I should really know that, but I'll revise, is the Mountain Leader Summer Qualification. So to get this, you have to do the assessment, you have to get a minimum of 40 quality mountain days. There's other things as well, like wild camping and rope work, and basically then you get onto the assessment, which is a 5-day intense sort of day and night wild camping assessment where you're kind of hammered to see what knowledge you can be squeezed out of you. And I have mine booked for the beginning of June. I did my assessment, or my training, sorry, way back in 2015 in February in the snow. It was a pretty epic experience. I learnt a lot, and I've decided that this year I'm going to give it a shot because I'm petrified. It's a real challenge. There's not many mountains down here in the southwest, so I've definitely got to make the effort to go up north. There's so much information to know, to learn, so that you can keep people safer in the mountains. But I'm just going to give it a shot. You know, if I fail, that's okay. If I get to third, that's okay. If I pass, that's just insane, amazing, fantastic. Go me, and then we'll look at the doors that'll open. But there's no pressure there. I've got that date booked. I really just want to give that my best shot. So that for me is basically going to occupy my life until June. Following June, then, we're into July. So in July, I'm really hoping to head out and do the Coast to Coast Trail. This is Wainwright's Trail. Look at all those beautiful maps. I have these because we actually walked the trail in 2013. I walked it with my mum. We did it in 11 days. It's 210 miles. It goes from St Bees in Cumbria to Robin Hood's Bay in Yorkshire. So we did backpack the trail, and we did actually B&B as well. So it just kind of meant we could get those longer mileages because we were getting decent rest in between. It was just insane. I absolutely loved it. And it goes through the Lake District, North York Moors, the Yorkshire Dales. And I just didn't film it. You know, I made a family film, but I haven't done a feature-length film that, you know, like I have with the other trails. So I really just would like to head out and do that this year. Obviously, I'm going to camp and wild camp. I'm probably looking at about 12 to 13 days on the trail because I don't want to push the mileage too much. I just want to enjoy being there and really capture the beauty of the landscape that's around me and share that with you guys. So having enough time to walk and film is very important to me for this trail because I just love it and I want to do it justice. So.
We made it. We made it. The end. 200 miles across England.
Yeah, from the Irish Sea to the North Sea.
Did it. Did it.
Alright, well we've got a boat book.
Ta-da! Then moving into August, September sort of time, I'm going to head out and do the West Highland Way. So this is a trail from pretty much Glasgow up to Fort William, and it just goes through the West Highland. It's a very ancient trail, and again, I've done this trail. I did it in 2012 when I was 16 years old. It was my first long distance trail. We had horrendous weather, but I absolutely loved it, and really just, that was where I fell in love with backpacking. Fell in love with the journey of just packing everything that you have into a backpack and just walking all day. That's all you have to do. The scenery on that trail is just mind-blowing, insane, and of course you finish in Fort William, which is at the foot of Ben Nevis, the highest mountain on our island, and we scaled that in July. There was snow on top, but we had a clear day, and it was just, there are no words to sum up the euphoria that we felt on that day. So again, I did that with my mum, and we did B&B, but this time I'm going to camp a wild camp, and I'm going to bring you guys along for the journey as well. The only other trail then that I'd really like to try and do this year is the Two Moors Way. So this is seldom talked about, but it's definitely becoming more notorious. And for me, I feel like I should do this trail because it's kind of on my back door. It goes through Exmoor and through Dartmoor, or through Dartmoor and through Exmoor, depending on which way you walk. And I just really felt like I should do this walk because it's so close to me. It's a coast-to-coast walk across Devon, and I just thought I'd like to give it a shot. But I'm going to do this slightly differently because it is kind of so close, or you know, a few hours away. I'm going to break it down into 2 weeks. I basically teach fitness classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm a personal trainer, and I teach various classes, and that's where my income comes from in order to sort of pay rent and keep my car going and buy a little bit of food. And then the rest of the time, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, week 1, I'm going to do half the trail, and then week 2, I'm going to do the other half of the trail. That will still be a 1 feature-length film, but it just means that I'm not messing around work so much, and I can get out and actually hit the trail, take my time, 8 days. It's going to be awesome. I'm so stoked for that, and I'm probably going to do that kind of September time. We'll just see how we go. So September's a long way away yet, but I just really like to give that a shot. We're talking a lot about walking. Walking's what I do, right? You guys have probably got your own adventures planned for this year, and I'd love to hear what you're up to. So please do let me know on the Facebook page of Songfresh Productions. Everybody's always sharing little videos and pictures and stuff. We're building a community around that. It's just so nice to connect with people. But basically, I'm going to be holding more guided walks this year. So from July, mountain leaders out of the way, I can breathe. July, August, September, October, I have different guided walks that are going to be available that you guys can book on. So we're going to be heading out to Exmoor, we're going to be on the southwest coastal path, we're going to be up on the Contocks again. I think there's one on Dartmoor, I can't even remember right now. But basically, they're just there to give you opportunities to meet new people, to meet me. Not that I think I'm anything worth meeting, but it's just quite nice to see who you guys are, and to explore the wilder areas of the UK in a safe and educational way with people that are passionate about the same thing. So they will be up on my website later this week, so please, please, please keep your eye open under the guided walk tab. You can book on. The places are limited, but it would be so great to have you along. Some of them have even got like cream tea top stops, you know, we're doing this in style, people, it's so worth it. But I love, love, love leading these walks, and I'm really excited for them coming up later this year. So do have a look, see if you can book on, bring your friends, it's going to be great. And then really, with regards to anything other than producing videos every single Monday, is I'm maybe going to go to Copenhagen. It's a bit random, I know, but I have a real passion for Scandinavian countries. I just love the culture, I love the environment, the landscape, and I've never been to Copenhagen before, so I'm trying to see if I can save up so that maybe I could have a few pennies by Christmas time just to head out there for a few days, just experience what it's like in Copenhagen, maybe go across to Lund, because at one point I really wanted to go to university in Lund, but now I study with the Open University, so that solves that. Like, I've done quite a bit of city touring, but so I'm just kind of set my sights on maybe seeing if I could get to Copenhagen later this year, but can't promise anything. But obviously if I do go, I'll definitely share that with you. But, you know, I've talked a lot today. But guys, if you have any questions, like, I want to be as open as possible, whether it's about any of the other videos I've done, anything you'd really like me to try and do, any of the guided walks, please, please, please comment on this video, drop me a message on my Songfresh Productions Facebook page, or of course if you just want to steer away from that stuff, please feel free to email me. All the information is below in the description, so you can find all of that there. Just get in touch. There's no such thing as a stupid question. You know, we're all people on this planet, we're all doing the same journey. It'd be so great to connect with you. And of course, if you'd really like to support me financially in creating these films, because everything costs money. People always wonder why I do such big mileages on my long distance trails, and actually yes, I love doing the longer mileages, and if the weather's good I may as well, but it does just mean that I can cut the number of campsites that I stay at and just save a little bit of money. I do everything as cheaply as possible. Anyway, so if you'd like to donate, I'd be so indebted, so grateful towards your support. It goes into a pot just towards helping fund making these films, make sure I've got the kit, make sure I've got the technology, make sure I can stay at campsites where I can't wild camp, get train tickets, use public transport. Just, that's it. That's basically what it would go towards. And I cannot thank you enough. So any pence or cents, pound or dollar, anything, just so gratefully received. But this isn't about me making money. This is just about me sharing the journey with you guys and encouraging you to spend more time in the wild. So until next week, guys, whatever comes, enjoy your adventures and stay wild.